Cito Capote, and we're back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profiles. So this is the quick version of the deck profile. So for those of you who know my channel, which hasn't been Yu-Gi-Oh! For that long, I used to do Fighters for a long time, because not a long time, but like a year and a half. Just because Fighters is such a fun game. But right now we're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! So because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is also such a fun game, and honestly, it's like one of the biggest things in my life. So I thought, hey, why not? I did one Yu-Gi-Oh! Video and it did really well, and I thought, hey, if people actually like it, why not share my love for this game with the world? And here we are. So we're doing Dinomorphia today. So this is the quick version. If you guys want a more in-depth look at the deck, explanations on card choices, explanation what cards do, just like really in-depth stuff, like looking at strategies, looking at why cards are in there, why cards are at the ratios that are in there. Then go look at the profile in the link below. But this is the version for people who are just looking for ratios, just looking for cool tech choices that are like cool and techy, just the spicy stuff, you know. Yeah, we're doing that, and let's just get started. Why don't we? So 3 Dinomorph 3 is the best starter. It's not really a starter. It just sets any trap you want from your, basically any trap you want from your deck, and it's really good. And I have a Starlight because I pulled it. I'm lucky. So there we go. Then 2 Diplos. I don't think you need 3 Diplos in the deck anymore. Yeah, it gets you to more. Like you can use the cards more, but you can use Domain and Frenzy from field too. So I don't think it's really necessary to have 3 in deck because it's not that good of a card. I just want more in main deck Dinomorphia monsters, you know. Then we're playing 1 Overraptor and 1 Miscellaneous. This to search either one of your follow-ups if you already have the fusion traps or whatever, or to just search Miscellaneous. Honestly, you could cut this out. I don't know, but Miscellaneous is definitely, you can search it off Fossil League, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be playing it. Then Conductor Tyranno, because it is a good card, but also because it's really funny. So then we have 3 Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom, like every format, is unlike last format, which I think this format it's going to be much better, just because it's Ash Blossom and it's actually. Why is there that on my sleeve? That's kind of gross. But yeah, I think it's just a lot better this format. It's just really good. I think playing 3 Ash Blossom is great. Then 3 Fossil Dig searches any of your Dinomorphia monsters, and it searches Overraptor and Miscellaneous. Also, Overraptor is just another 4 that you can play like turn 2, which is really good. Pot of Prosperity, you want to dig deep into your deck for those fusion cards. If you don't see your fusion cards, your play aren't that great. Or a way to getting into your fusion cards like Theresia. But yeah, just really good. I only have 2, so I'm only playing 2. I would play 3 and play a 42 card deck. Right now it's a 41 card deck, but there we go. Then we're playing 2 Lost World. This card is actually really good in the deck, just because getting that targeting protection is really good. Also, because you can summon dinosaur monster during your opponent's turn as well, you can clog their field up by getting 2 tokens on the field. If I'm wrong about that, then I'm wrong about that. But yeah, no, you can summon 2 tokens to their field, which is really good. It's hard for them to get rid of most of the time because right now the big prevalent decks, besides Mystic Mine, which I don't think is going to be a big thing, it was a good meta call and that's it. But 2 Lost World, the targeting protection is really good, and it's hard for them to get rid of those tokens too, especially since there aren't any really generic link decks that are floating around right now. Then I guess Plunder Patrol. Nah, but that takes Plunder Patrol monsters, so no. Then 2 Dinomorphia Frenzy. This is 3. That's not 2. I can't count. Dinomorphia Frenzy. It's honestly the best card in your deck. Rexstrom is such an insane card. Just being able to get him out is insane. And look, it's Power Rangers. It's so cool. But yeah. Anyway, you definitely play 3 of that. We only play 2 Dinomorphia Domain because I don't think this card is as necessary anymore. Kentragina is no longer your main course of, like, your main play. Now it's Rexstrom and maybe Kentragina as a bonus. But like, usually if you open Frenzy or open Domain, you can set the other one with Theresia, which is really easy to get to in this deck. So yeah, I don't think it's necessary to play both of them. Well, sorry, 3 of them. You definitely play at least 2. You definitely play at least one of this. I play 2 because I think it is still good to get Kentragina out, especially as a backup. But I don't think it's as necessary. And again, they confuse from field, so it's not the worst. to draw two of, because you can use it during your opponent's turn and then during your turn. Then two alert. I've seen people play one of this, but I think two is better. Like, I think for most of the Dinomorphia traps, I think two is the right call. But just because you do want to, it's good to see them in your hand, but it's never good to see two of the same one in your hand. So you do. So I only play two alert. I think alert is an insane card, and it's just a free rank 4, and usually activate during your opponent's turn. There's no real restrictions. Like, yeah, they can bell it or whatever, but it's just really good. It gets you into your Logia, into your Dolka, which is just insane. Then two Dinomorphia Brute. Same reason it's at 2, because I think it's just better at 2. It pops the card non-targeting, and it destroys one of your Dinomorphia monsters, which gets the flow going. Two Dinomorphia Sonic. I'd play 3 of this. I'd switch out the over Raptor and play another one of these, just because the spell and trap card negate. Even if you open 2, it's not the worst, because you can use it during your turn too. It's just really good. Like, your biggest weakness in this deck is like effect negation, which is why Lost World is so good, because it stops imperm, stops effect veiler, it stops a lot of targeting stuff as well, a lot of other stuff that just hurts your deck. So I think it's just really good, which is why I play it. And then the Sonic is just another form of that, right? One Dinomorphia Shell. This is actually funny. It actually comes up sometimes, and it gives you that Dinomorphia monster, which you can use for fusion, or you can use for any one of the traps with removal or a spell and trap card negation. And it's just a 3,000 token. It's pretty good that they can only attack. So if they have a way of getting over your Rexstrom, say you already activated your damage effect and they got out of like a thing that's 3,000 or more, then you just activate this. You can only attack them with my useless token. So it's like, it's funny, but it's actually fun. It's funny, but it's good as well, which is why I play it. Then 3 is Anti-Spell Fragrance. Anti-Spell Fragrance is so good this format, just because branded Despia is such a good deck. And honestly, if you're afraid of that Mystic Mind matchup, again, I think it was just a meta call, but it might be prevalent because people are trolls. So if you want to fight against those trolls, this is pretty good for that. So basically just scoop if you play that. Then 2 Solemn Judgment, because Solemn Judgment is really good. Again, you want to insulate yourself from those spell and trap cards. You could play 3. I just play 2 because I only own 2, but that's that. And also, I think the other spells and traps that we play are really worth it. I would still run Judgment at 2 if then, just because you have so many other spell and trap card, not removal, but like insulation. 3-Dimensional Barrier. This card is still insane. Call Fusion, call Synchro, call Xyz, call Plunder Patrol, call whatever you want against Plunder Patrol, or even call, if you're afraid of that Libromancer matchup, or Drytron, just call Ritual and they scoop. So yeah. Then this is supposed to be 2 more Ferret Flames. I don't have the other 2 Ferret Flames because I really don't want to order them online. They're expensive for some reason. I know why they're expensive, because no one can find them. And I'm kind of broke right now. So these are 2 more Ferret Flames, but but right now I'm just proxying them as Ghost Rogues. Ghost Rogues are pretty good, and there's a guy at Locals that plays Adventure. Yeah, 3 Ferret Flames. Don't ignore what these actually are. Just play 3 Ferret Flames, because Ferret Flames is insane. It's basically the only deck that can be played in. Then let's go for the extra deck. 3 Rexstrom, just because you want to be able to summon this as many times as possible. Rexstrom is an insane card. It's basically skill drain, but better. And in a monster card. It's just insane. And with Lost World on the field, it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? Draw hard draw the Dark Ruler or drop it, and yeah, then you just negate it with the trap, and it's fine. Then 3 Kentragina. Again, it's just you can always use one of these for the Rexstrom summon after you use your pterodactyl thing. You use these for the Rexstrom summon, and you can just summon out with Domain, which isn't bad either. So one of these for just to summon Rexstrom. It's basically useless besides that. One Abyss Dweller, because it's good against Sword Soul. And it's good against a lot of other decks. It's good against Thunder Patrol and a lot of rogue decks as well. 1 Timothy 3-Doer, because he's an annoying fart to get rid of. 2 Logia. Honestly, you could switch Redoer for another Logia, and I think that'd be better, but that's just me. I just think Redoer is funny, and at my Locals, it's not really that big. Like, Logia is great, but it's not the worst. I mean, I like being funny, and it's really funny when you take a card from your opponent, and it's like the best card in their deck, and then they cry, and well, not cry, because that'd be mean, but like, it's funny. It's funny and I like it. So then two Logias. So it's Solemn Judgment on Louds, which is great. It's just another way to insulate yourself and stuff. It is a monster effect, so it doesn't work against Dark Ruler or droplets, but like still good. Two Dalka because it's the once per chain negate that you can do twice at max. Yeah, then the Zeus package because Zeus is good. Anyway, that's the deck, guys. If you guys have any suggestions on anything you want to see on the channel, I do have 4 more decks built to a degree where I can just use proxies for the other stuff. But I do have like 3 decks that are fully built, and then one which is Libromancer, which is just missing a few cards. But yeah, so it is what it is. I'll make those deck profiles, and if you guys want to see any other deck profiles, I'll make it on EDO Pro, because I'm not rich. I'm not one of those rich YouTubers with all the Yu-Gi-Oh money you can dream of. I'd like to be one of those rich YouTubers with all the Yu-Gi-Oh money you can dream of, but you know what? We'll get there. Maybe we'll get there. Who knows? But for now, if you have any suggestions, anything you want to see, like strategies on the deck, if you want to see more gameplay on the deck, I'm going to do gameplay videos of all the decks I post. Just so you guys can see how it works, just so you can see the weaknesses, the good things about the deck. Yeah, I'll just, any suggestions you have, I will get onto it and I will do it. As long as you leave a comment, I will see it, because not a lot of people comment on my videos, and I will do my best to get it out as soon as possible. Yeah, feel free to comment if you disagree with any of the card choices, if you have any suggestions on the ways to make it better. If I said anything wrong, please say it in the comments so other people know that I said it wrong. For now, that's all I gotta say, and yeah, see you guys later. If you liked the video, please leave a like, maybe even subscribe, and if you want, ring the notification before my videos. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a good day.